Hello everybody, welcome back to Beyond Wisdom's channel. It's me, Beyond Wisdom, aka Flawed Excuses, and also known as Beyond Broken 78 on Twitter. And this is a news discussion and just off the cuff top of my head kind of video. But right now everybody's enjoying God of War, including myself. God of War is a great game. If you haven't owned it, pick it up. Enough said, just that's it. I'm only a couple hours into it because I've had other things distract me for the moment, but from what I've played, easy 9 out of 10. In my book, it could be a perfect 10 once I finish the title. But back to the news feed, and it looks like Doom is actually getting, if it wasn't sad enough that Doom from 2005 was a kind of mediocre movie, but Doom is actually getting another shot at being a video game movie. This is according to GameCentral.com. At this stage, there doesn't seem to be any point in voicing surprise that Hollywood is still trying to make video game movies despite all of them being awful and financially unsuccessful. 2005's Doom wasn't the worst video game movie that's ever been, but it's a pretty terrible adaptation of the source material that managed not to feature a single demon from hell, which is disappointing. Just unless you think Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's a demon from hell, but yeah, it's another story. Rectifying that oversight is presumably the angle the new film will be taken, which is according to Variety, is likely to end up as either a direct-to-DVD or a Netflix-only release. But the Netflix-only release, which it shouldn't do too bad because, you know, everyone wants to binge watch Netflix. But either way, probably won't be released in cinemas. You know, Netflix original title isn't necessarily a bad thing, but the only solid information at the moment comes from singer and actress Nina Bergman, who claimed on Twitter that the film has a super director. Bergman is the lead vocalist for the American rock band Letters from the Fire, and on her IMDb page, lists her notable roles as Assassin X, The Way Shower, and the music for Sharknado 3. So, the original Doom movie famously starred The Rock, but his direct-to-DVD days are well behind him. In fact, he recently dissed Doom while promoting his new film, Rampage, which happens to be a video game movie that completely ignores the plot of the original game. What a similarities there. Rock has hailed Rampage as one of the best video game movies ever made, and technically he's right. He has a 50% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, and while deeply in the red in terms of American box office, should end up making a profit thanks to the rest of the world. Or in other words, the bar for video game movies is not high. Doom the game is currently in its most popular. It's been its most popular for years, and it was widely expected that a sequel for the 2016 reboot will be revealed at E3 in June. There's that news out of the way, and hopefully that was as entertaining as Actually, hold on a second. Did anybody actually play Doom 2016? Because it is great. That's all I gotta say about that. It's a great game. It runs smooth as a previous video I posted from the X version and the PlayStation 4 Pro versions. They're both gorgeous games. If you own them on either platform, go ahead and try them out. There is another topic that was going around lately, and it happens to relate to harassment, feminism, online bullies, and a whole bunch of other stuff though too. There was a campaign that happened recently online that was designed to actually combat video game bullies. This video game bullies was actually presented from the idea of a feminist claiming that only female gamers get harassed online, and everything went to backfire on her. The campaign against online video game bullies flops. It seemed like a killer idea to combat sexist harassment in online video games by unleashing hit squads of talented female players to slay the bullies. After marketing agency FCB Chicago launched Bully Hunters last week, which if you check some videos on YouTube and a handful of Google searches, you'll find that it's a huge mess of what went on. But last week it had a splashy live stream. The campaign was mocked by gamers, criticized by harassment experts, and disowned by the companies it had enlisted to support it. Within days the agency shut it down. So what went wrong? Well, according to the agency, the demise of Bully Hunters was a case of good-intended naivete colliding with the idiocentric, often aggressive world of online gaming. Others say it was a result of cynical opportunism that exacerbated the problem the marketers were trying to solve. Fighting harassment is a real, honest-to-God issue, but unfortunately now has been tainted by insecure, totally superficial efforts, said Rebecca Rothschild, Chicago gamer and writer who's endured online bullying. It bothers me to a lot of levels. Liz Taylor, Chief Creative Officer for the FCB Chicago, said Bully Hunters was a pro bono project for the agency, akin to campaigns it has done on handgun violence, colon cancer, and Chicago's bid for the second Amazon headquarters. Researchers have established that in-game harassment is a pervasive problem, and Taylor said she has personal experience from it. Her teenage daughter endured online harassment so upsetting that she no longer enjoys gaming. Yeah, see, the thing is, though, when it comes to this online, when it comes to harassment online, one, you don't necessarily have to ignore it, but there are ways to combat said harassment, even if it extends to going all the way to contacting your local law enforcement. It can go that way. But if you want a safe environment, set all your game settings to private, or do blocking, stuff like that though too. If you're a female gamer intimidated by men and vulgar harassments at all, you must not be, knowledgeable of what goes online. These statements have been brought about all the time by a bunch of egotistical douchebag men who have tendencies of just being either really violent and flirtatious with women online, that's offensive to women, but at the same time though, it has been well known that guys do harass women online, so if you do take precautions, just take any other step to actually include like blocking and do all sorts of filters and stuff like that though too, to make your gaming a little bit more easier. And also, if you really want to keep it together, just stay in a party chat, hang out with friends that you're actually comfortable with though too, and block everybody else that comes your way. Those are just tips that I give. But back to the story though, it says there's a lot of agency who had a passion about trying to make the gaming environment a safer, more inclusive place to play. The one thing that did not have the experience was Keisha Howard, which is the founder of the female-centric video game consultancy and event organizer called Sugar Gamers. And it said that was evident that she talked with FCB Chicago about the concept of having bully hunters. She said it was bothered by the idea that girls and women had saviors to protect them from that they need saviors to protect them from gaming bullies. She also was concerned about the title FCB Chicago focused on Counter-Strike Global Offensive, or CSGO, which is a popular first-person shooter that is notoriously complex. There are videos on YouTube debunking the fact that she posted video content showcasing a man that she knew staging events that happen in-game to make men seem like pompous, sexist pigs online, and then edit it as a way to showcase that men could be assholes online. It's just that simple. She was found to actually know this person, and that's where some of this thing actually falls apart in the end. The set featured casual gamers playing CSGO on computers while across the room, and bully hunters, in quotation marks, wanted to enter the fray. An online tool was supposed to summon them into the game where they could track down and eliminate bullies, leaving the calling card in the chat, "Harassment is not a game." The live stream included 2 perpetrated episodes of harassment, which is what I just stated. In each, a voice that sounded like it belonged to the same man made vulgar, sexist, and threatening remarks to female players, only to be dispatched by the bully hunters. So it was staged. But this is their statement as follows: "We would 100% agree that the key message didn't come across, and our intent was never to mislead anyone." Here comes the damage control. It was to point this out that could happen in the real world. The damage was done. Online sleuths looking up other gamers' profiles revealed that the victim and the bully hunter appeared to be the same person. Others picked apart the statistics on harassment presented during the live stream. I'm going to stop the video right there. I would just like to have some feedback in the comment section. And hope you enjoyed a small discussion on this topic, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and keep it broadband, by the way. Have a good one.